Alright guys, so this is going to be like a new series where I'm going to document me, a guitar player, learning to play drums, day one, ground zero. So here we go. First things first, massive shout out to Jamie from Drum Center Portsmouth in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. He hooked me up with the whole kit, which you're going to see. Another huge shout out to Dimitri Fantini. He has a YouTube channel. I apologize, Dimitri, if I said your name wrong, but I've been using all his exercises and just binge watching drums. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to do a few exercises on here, and then I'm going to try and do it on the whole kit. Drummers, if you're here for the first time, I hope you stick around. Try not to laugh too hard. In all seriousness, send me your tips and tricks. Okay. Now, first things first, you got to pick up the sticks and even see what it feels like to hold them, okay? Now, I have found the hardest thing, and think of where you are on your journey on your instrument, is this non-dominant hand, my left hand, which would be my fret hand, my dominant hand, which is my driving rhythm hand in the guitar. I have to strengthen this hand, okay? So the first thing first too, you gotta hold the stick, you gotta learn how to hold the sticks. It sounds totally silly, but there's this beauty in being a beginner again. Now, do not let my drum progress pass your guitar progress. There's no excuse. But I'm gonna tell you something about myself. I get kind of crazy with how much I practice stuff because I don't want to settle for like mediocrity, okay? And I'm not trying to come across as offensive that way, but I just want you guys all to be the best version of yourself, okay? My goal is to record drums in some of the music that I produce. I want to have my own drums, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. First things you gotta do is you gotta let the sticks bounce off the pads, okay? And I've been binge watching stuff, so you gotta kind of find that fulcrum point. Like, you also too, Dimitri, thank you. You don't want to wrap your fingers around, just like flow and guitar, groove, rhythm. Rhythm is king or queen for every instrument. It doesn't matter, especially drums, because you're a rhythm instrument. Just like a guitar, it's a drum set. So I'm kind of learning this, okay? So you find that center point, you grab the stick. Apparently you should have enough space in there to get your stick through, like that. And then you just start hitting the pad, and you got to see what it feels like. So I'm just going to do like quarter notes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And I kind of feel what that snapback's like. This is going to kind of feel like the equivalent of the heads on the drum. Think of this right now as the snare drum. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little exercises I'm practicing. I take this thing all over the house with me. Every time I walk in here, I pick up the sticks and I hit it. I do a few exercises. So exercise number 1. I don't know where that word came from, drummers, let me know. Paradiddle. So correct me if I'm wrong, a paradiddle is basically like an eighth note. And what it is it's right, left, right, right. So if you think in terms of eighth notes, 1 and 2 and, right, left, right, right. Then what you do is you just alternate to the left hand, left, right, left, left. So what I started doing paradiddles. I did right, left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, right. Now, I usually pull up Dimitri's videos on my computer. He usually has a metronome, and I practice them. Always start slow, right? The crazy part is when you start trying to transfer this to the kit with all the options, if you don't put the chops or the work in on the basics, just like playing your scales on a guitar, strumming your open chords, learning different voicings, it's not going to translate, okay? So right, left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left. And then you want to alternate, okay? Now this is where it gets hard because this is my weak hand. I want this hand. I can feel it. You guys know your dominant hand's called dominant for a reason. You can feel it stronger. I can feel that in my left hand. It's starting to even out though. So watch. Left, right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, left. Okay? Now let's see if I can alternate. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I've had this about 2 weeks, okay? So this isn't like day 1 where I've never ever done this, but it's pretty darn close. So I figured it was time to fire up the cameras. Bear with me, I'll try and find out the framework for this, okay? So paradiddles, right, left, left, left. So if you're a guitar player, same thing. You have to practice your rhythmic stuff. Also, too, I'll just sit here like this and go like this, see if I can keep a consistent tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm being very aware of like if there's any tension in my body, how my body's feeling. Okay, let's do one more tiny thing and let's get to the fun part on the drums, and I'll see if I can translate these over. Then that's where it gets really interesting. The only other thing I've been doing is watching. Dimitri has this thing, and I have it in my save for later list, which you should do on your YouTube. If you're learning from YouTube, like even some of my videos, put them in save for later and keep coming back. But he has variations of this where he starts off at 50 beats per minute, 60, 70. He goes all the way to 200. I think I made it up to like 80, pretty good. But he's got, he's got like combinations like right, left, right, left, right, 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 left, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, da, 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 da. He mixes it up. I've also done things too where I make up my own, where I'm doing like triplets, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Da, 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 da. So like a triplet feel to a paradiddle. This is all rhythm, guys. This is going to give me ideas for the guitar, which in fact it has. Okay, so I'm going to keep trying to get better with this. I'll think of new ideas. You have any suggestions? How you want to see me use this? Again, it's all about songs, parts, creating parts, okay? That's how drummers think. That's how artists think. That's how I want you to think. Let's have fun now. Let's go over to the drum set, and let me show you how I'm taking these exercises. I'm spreading them across the kit. I'm not using a metronome yet, which I should, but I will. I'm just trying to have fun with it, to get a feel what it's like to live in that world. I don't know. And then I'm going to show you 2 drum beats I'm working on, and we'll go from there and wrap it up. Drop any comments. Drummers, please help. Let's go. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. So here's the kit. Yamaha Stage Custom. I'm such a rookie again. It feels weird, but it's cool. So you got your snare, you got your toms, you got your floor tom. I've got 2 crashes, a ride. I got some hi-hats. Huge shout out again, Jamie, Drum Center at Portsmouth. You're amazing. He put this whole thing. Now you see these black mutes on here, so I don't blow your eardrums out. This is just a way for me to put it all together. So let's do this. Let's take those practice exercises I just did. I'm going to apply them to the whole kit. Then I'm going to show you 2 beats I'm working on with 2 different philosophies. Drummers, help me out when I get to that part. Okay, hopefully the sound won't be too bad. I'll work on that over time. But, so snare, tom, ride, crash. This one doesn't have a mute. Hi-hats. Then you got to throw in your right foot and your left foot, which blows my mind. I can tap my foot and play a sick rhythm on guitar, but you start throwing in different limbs, doing different things, it gets weird. So let's do that paradiddle thing on here. Let's just do it on the snare, okay? Right, left, right, 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 left, right, right, okay? Left, right, left, left. Now I'm not even doing the kick drum. Then what I want to see, let's see if I can add that. Oh yeah, we forgot about our friend the kick drum. The kick drum on 1, okay? I'm going slow, not too bad. Then I started thinking, well, what if I take those paradiddles and I start moving it around the kit? Here's what I noticed what happens. Remember when I said think like a songwriter, think like parts. In fact, I was watching Greg Bissonette on Rick Beato's channel, look him up, and he said the same thing. He thinks the way I do. Everything you create is a part. He's thinking in parts, like a song, whether it's 1 bar or 2 bars, right? We want to think like musicians, musicality. So then I'm like, okay, let me move my right to the floor tom. I'll still do the snare, so right, left, right, right. And then we alternate it, left, right, left, left. Let's start like right first, then left. Here's the coolest part, because I have started a couple weeks ago and I've been so crazy with the practice pad, my left hand feels so much stronger already. That's making me excited. Okay, then I'm like thinking, let me see if I can move around the kit. And drummers, please throw in any like combinations you have, any ideas. I'm just doing paradiddles right now. Okay. Then I was like, okay, what if I try and do right, left, let's see, right, left, right, 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 left, right, right. Now I'm using the tom. The craziest part is you've got to get your body acclimated around the kit. And I did watch a ton of videos on how to set up a kit. I'm learning how to tune. It doesn't really matter now because I've got the drum mutes on. And you guys can see here, You see the gel pads, the Evans pads, just to kind of dampen out some of the overtones, but I don't really want to hear myself yet that bad. All right, so now let's see if I can move around the whole kit to each piece of the kit playing the paradiddles. I'll just do the right, left, right, right. Okay, did okay. Now let's move it to the ride. Starting to sound a little more musical. And again, this is the equivalent of like when you're running scales on the guitar or something like that. It sounds scaly. This sounds like scaly to me. I'm trying to draw an analogy here. Okay, so paradiddles. Also, have fun. One thing I did do is I put in my earbuds and I tried to play the intro to a song called Tyler by the Toadies, okay? And basically it's just toms with a snare, so it goes like... Okay, I fell apart there. Again, my body... Here's the thing, you don't have the wiring built in your brain yet. So think too, when you're learning guitar, if you see me in guitar videos, and something is not computing with you, it's just because you haven't built that wiring yet, but you will. So that's what I'm doing here on drums. So I did that to have fun. This thing is honestly so inspiring. There's infinite possibilities, but it's always rhythm. Okay, here comes the part I'm gonna need help from drummers or anybody that knows. Now, I always know the cross stick style. Now I'm actually gonna do 2 beats, okay? The second beat I got from Dimitri, thank you Dimitri. And that one was really challenging at starting to clip. But let's do a straight ahead rock beat. This is the one we've all heard, where you do 8th notes on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? Then you're gonna throw the kick in on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and I can hit the snare on 3. I'm gonna hit the snare on 2 and 4, okay? Because beat number 2, groove 2, again, in the pocket, in the groove, instead of me beatboxing like I do in my guitar videos to my playing, now I'm playing real drums, so. All right, so I'm gonna do the cross stick style, and I'm gonna do 1, 2. Okay, let me see if I can add a 1 and on the kick. So, okay, now that right there, where it was okay. Was that okay? I felt okay. That was the equivalent of when you're playing chordal stuff, harmonic, and then you try to go into a melodic lead line, okay? There's all these little nuances. So I'm trying to get all the technical parts down. Now, drummers, here's the part. I've heard about this open hand style. Is that what it's called? Where you don't do cross stick on the hi-hat, okay? And I want you to think of the hi-hat, whether you're a drummer, you already know this. If you're a guitar player, this is your rhythm hand, this is your pulse. This is the part you would actually want to hone in on if you're trying to play along with the drummer. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, okay? Well, I was told I should also learn to play open hand, which is my left hand on the hi-hat. And let me tell you, that was crazy hard. It's getting better. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. I can't even tell you how hard that was like 2 weeks ago. So in all fairness and to full disclosure, this isn't day 1, but it's pretty much day 1, okay? So that's a beat I'm working on. Now, so like, feel I'm getting more of a flow, and the rigidity and the stiffness in my body, like Kenny Aronoff, another amazing drummer, you gotta move, man, you gotta move. And I agree, I'm the same way in guitar. My beatboxing is moving, my body's always pulsing. But because I'm doing this, and this is like so exciting for me, even though I'm terrible, and we don't want to be self-deprecating, we can own our suck, okay? We don't want to say we suck, okay? Let's just say, in a fun-hearted kind of way, embrace your suck, your terribleness, but realize you're going for you're gonna get where you need to get. This has helped me lose the rigidity and find the flow. Okay, Let's wrap this up with a crazy hard beat. Okay, I've been working on it for about 2 to 3 days. Thank you again. Shout out to Dimitri Fantini's amazing channel. I believe his channel is the same name. And here's what it is. All right, this was crazy hard. I can't really do it open-handed yet, but let's see. Let's cross stick. Same thing, eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? And we're gonna hit the snare on 2 and 4, so 1 and 2. So I guess it's kick on 1 and 3 right now. Okay, here comes the crazy part. This is where my head started spinning in circles and my brain melted. I gotta also do the kick in Dimitri's video. He did that basic beat. It was like 5 basic rock beats you want to learn, okay? Okay, so that one. But then I said I have to do the kick on the and of 2 and the and of 3. So the down of 1, and it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, you gotta keep it going. So I didn't have the wiring built. It's still not built, but it's kind of there. So it sounds like this. Let's see if I can get it. Let's go really slow. Always go slow. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? So I think it sounds like this full speed, which is not going to be super fast because I'm not good enough yet. Let's see. I blew it. See, I'm trying to internalize the groove. I have to break it down from a theoretical thing, but you don't want to. I'm not sitting there thinking 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, God. It sounds like this. That's it. Okay, I almost fell apart there. But again, thinking like a songwriter, thinking in parts. Then I was like, let me just go for Mount Everest here. My Mount Everest. It's going to be going back and forth between that straight up rock beat and then that beat, okay? Trust me, just try to like do it with your hands and your legs, and it's crazy hard, okay? So, see. I blew it. I blew it again. I kind of did it. Go now, roll back. Just like I tell you guys on my YouTube videos for the guitar stuff, I put a lot in there, but I always point out can't be hypocritical. I gotta take my own advice. I have to roll back, which means slow down. So. That was it. And it's so true. It's harder to do stuff slow than fast, but it's necessary. So like Dimitri made a good point. You gotta just add in 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So you gotta kind of get the feeling of the hi-hat and the kick, because the kick you have to do off beats on 2 and 3. I actually screwed it up too because I did the off beats on 3 and 4. Not that that's a screw up. But again, then I got to see if I can get this open-handed. So I'm going to keep going back and forth. And drummers, I've been told it's worth my time because I'm a noob to just learn both open-handed and cross-stick. Okay? I did notice Elon Rubin, he's the new drummer for the Foo Fighters, and he's from my hometown of San Diego. I think he plays open-handed. So let's see. Oh, I can kind of do it. So the only reason I can is because I've been using the practice pad, but I've been coming in here, just like all my guitars are all on the walls. I can pull one down at any second. The drum kit's always set up. I just come sit down. When I'm not in here, I have my practice pad if I'm binge watching Netflix, which I don't watch a lot of TV, but I love sports, and I'll practice. But man, I don't know, guys. Let's see where I can take this. So it's going to be fun. What's today? October 25th, 2025. Let's see how good I am in a year, okay? And I need you guys to see me struggle because I don't struggle on guitar anymore. I do because I'm always learning new things, but I forget what it's like to be a beginner again, and this has really humbled me. So to you drummers, mad respect. Anyone that plays music, I respect you. I think you're amazing. Let me know what you thought of this new format. I'm always going to try and cross-pollinate for you. If you're a guitar player, get just a practice pad and a pair of sticks. If you can't afford it in a kit yet, practice those grooves and it's going to make you better, okay? So real quick, to close it out, one thing I really want to learn is try and learning 16th notes on the hi-hat where you throw in the snare. So like... Obviously that's terrible, but... Alright, should I do a stick drop now? Drop jellyfish are your favorite sea creature in the comments. If you're like a drummer and you've never been here, I hope I can keep you. You know what buttons to hit. Let's all teach each other. More instruments you play, the better you be, but pick a lane. Have one main instrument. Guitar will always be my home. But man, I can't wait to like record these puppies. And I've got like such a sick recording setup. See you in the next video. Remember what I say, only you can stop you. So don't stop yourself. Keep going. Peace.